I wanted to play guitar because it sounded super cool and it looked cool and it looked like it was going to be super fun to learn. I want more like people who don't necessarily listen to rock to also play guitar. Hey, it's Melanie Fay, and we're checking out the Player Series Stratocaster. No, I can't say this. I've experimented with a lot of guitars, but I think Fenders are really, I think they're geared towards people like me who want versatility and they want something that's really, really comfortable. Like the design of the Stratocaster is like, it's got like the contour over here and it's got like hips and it's just really smooth and comfortable to play. And it's just, I really like simple instruments. I don't like when there's too many bells and whistles and stuff. I like very minimal design. So that's what made me want to play it. It sounds like angelic. It sounds like heaven shining through. I just love that R&B gospel sort of guitar playing, you know. I guess usually the first thing I notice about a guitar is the looks. I've actually never seen this color before, so that was really interesting to me. It's like something different. Playing wise, the pickups are like really quiet and it seems like they're reverse line, reverse polarity. And they're really bright. They really shine through. I noticed like the neck is actually satin. It's not glossed over. And I noticed it had Paul Ferro. This is like very, very smooth wood finish. I like when it's just super effortless to play. It feels like I'm just playing air. Advice, I think you should just be prepared that it's going to be there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Because me personally, I've put like, honestly, literal blood, literal sweat, and literal tears into playing guitar. But I think in the end, it's all worth it. You'll hit plateaus and you'll hit roadblocks and stuff. But I think that's just all part of the process, honestly. And that's just really a part of life. Thanks for checking out the Player Series Strat with me. Stay tuned here for more videos.
Everybody, this is Bronny Wald here at PRS, And what I've got with me today are the PRS SE Custom 24 and Custom 22. When most people think about PRS, these are the guitars that they think of. They're arguably the most iconic guitars in the PRS line, what really started it all. A few updates now to 2017, most notably the pickups. In 2015, Paul made a couple major strides in his pickup design, discovered some new things, and came out with the 8515 pickups, which sound beautiful. The top ends particularly is really sweet, really chimey, without ever being harsh. There's plenty of brightness in there, but you never get those harsh, ice-picky tones out of them, overtones. There's also a little bit less in the low mid-range that really kind of clears things and unmuddies things. These are the 8515S pickups that are voiced by Paul to emulate the 8515s found in the core instruments. 8515s are very coveted pickups you can only get by buying one of the PRS core guitars. So it's really nice to have these pickups in the SE line. A couple things about these guitars are the same. You've got the mahogany back, maple neck with maple top. They also feature a beautiful flame maple veneer. This is a vintage sunburst. This one is a tobacco sunburst. They both have the PRS design trim. The 24 fret has a more modern aesthetic and feel with the three-way blade switch. It also has a push-pull on the tone pot so you can split the coils. The 22 fret has the three-way toggle switch and a slightly different layout on the volume and tone controls. Obviously, 24 fret and 22 fret. Some people really like to have the 2 full octaves per string. The 22 fret is a little bit more vintage inspired. These guitars feature the newly updated PRS SE logo, which features Paul's signature and the SE tucked right there underneath of it. Great looking guitars. They play and sound like a dream, just like you would expect from any PRS. Just like every other SE, all these instruments come right here to Maryland, and they're unboxed and they're gone through by the PRS technicians before they go out the door to the stores or go to you. So you know it's going to be set up and play the way a PRS should. Let's go through and have a listen and hear what the pickups sound like against one another. And I'll play it mainly clean so you can really hear the character of the pickups.
These guitars come with this Evertune Bridge. Besides staying incredibly in tune, you can set it up so you don't have any bending. Each string has its own spring, but instead of being attached to the guitar, it's attached to the bridge. It's a balancing system that's separate from the way the guitar reacts to temperature, and once you get it balanced in, which is really simple, it stays in tune forever. The guys at ESP sent me a guitar to check out once, pulled it out, played it a little bit in the studio, jumped on a plane, flew to Colombia or something, pulled it out, played the show, came off, stayed in tune the whole show, got on the plane, went to Brazil, picked it out of the case in Brazil, and still in tune. I'm a super aggressive player, play real hard, jump around a lot, pretty active on stage, and I could never find a guitar that stayed in tune. I literally won't play a guitar on stage without it. Before I was in Biohazard, before we even started the band, it was Leeway, Living Color, and Bad Brains at a place called 1018 in New York. And I remember Living Color went on, nobody knew who they were. Vernon was fucking wailing. And then they busted into Cult of Personality. The pit went wild, an amazing show. They blew up right after that. Vernon Reid was like killing it. And I was a fan ever since. Watched us play, he had a really unique, cool style. Loved the band from the beats to the songs to the melodies. So hats off to Vernon and the boys. Biohazard started up in '88, we were little kids. Bobby, our lead guitar player, had VSP. We came out of this club in New York, in Brooklyn called L'Amour. We had some shit go wrong on stage, but I remember we came downstairs and Bobby was flipping out about something. He took and tossed it like a boomerang and went spinning, whop, and it stuck in the wall. It kind of broke the tension in the room. We looked at it, we kind of laughed, and he just grabbed it, played it, and was still in tune. So that was my first experience of ESP. This is what I play. This is a beautiful guitar, broken a lot of headstocks. This was broken on stage with Power Flow. It broke, but I didn't go out of tune. It was odd. Usually it breaks and then you get pissed off. It gives you an excuse to Jimi Hendrix it and smash it. I didn't. I kept my cool and made it through the song and grabbed another one and finished the set. How's it feel to be in the ESP family? It's awesome. Anywhere Metallica, Vernon Reid, Alexa from Bottom to George Lynch. But I think it comes down to the guitar. The guitars are dependable. I played so many other guitars that seem to just fall apart on stage. I don't have that with ESP. They hold their own, and I'm a rugged player. I put them through its paces. I know I can always rely on it. It's like a war. You're on stage, and you're dodging bodies. People are coming toward you. There's mic stands smashing and chipping your teeth, smashing into your guitar, and you get through it in tune, and you kick ass, and your axe is your trusted companion that helps you do that. So for me, it's ESP all the way. Go to your local music store, pick up an ESP with an Evertune, try it out for yourself. You won't be sorry, you'll be blown away. Check it out.
The Epiphone Les Paul 100 is a superb instrument for players looking for an affordable but reliable electric guitar that has the classic look, sound, and feel of a Les Paul. Cut to the same specs as Les's 1952 original, the Les Paul 100 has everything new and professional guitarists look for in a quality instrument. The Les Paul 100 is all you need to get the great Les Paul sound. The all-mahogany body includes a maple top, which is lighter and slimmer than full-size Les Pauls, making it easy to hold for long practices and gigs. The bolt-on mahogany neck features the Les Paul classic scale length of 24.75 inches with a 1.68-inch nut width, rosewood fingerboard, and dot inlays. The tone of the Les Paul 100 comes from two humbucker pickups with tone and volume controls for each. It features Epiphone's all-metal hardware including a patented 2-pneumatic bridge, stop bar tailpiece, and premium die-cast machine heads. For more information about the Epiphone Les Paul 100, stop by your local authorized Epiphone dealer or visit www.epiphone.com.